in this segment we are going to discuss about the chrysophyta, that is the best example of autotrophic protistans. If you remember, we have discussed the protozoan protist, that is the heterotrophic protist, whatever you can say, saprophytic protist, that includes slime molds, that also we have discussed. But in case of autotrophic protistans, that includes diatoms, dinoflagellates as well as euglena, right? So dinoflagellates as well as euglena we have already completed through videos. Now this video is for diatoms, that is the chrysophyta. So chrysophyta. Example includes diatoms. So basically, example includes actually diatoms as well as desmids, but we will discuss diatoms in detail, right? So talking about the habitat, so they are mainly marine. The habitat is mainly marine in nature, that means in the sea areas they are living. So habitat is basically marine and fresh water also, right? So basically habitat marine as well as fresh water, that is aquatic habitats we will find. Now the important thing about the diatoms or this chrysophyta, they are called as jewels of plant kingdom. So let us write here, they are called as jewels, that means it has some sort of glittering power, the shiny power. Jewels of plant kingdom, right? Now we will discuss that why they are called as the jewels of plant kingdom, but before we should discuss about the structure and all these things regarding the diatoms. So basically they are generally floating or benthic. So they are generally floating or benthic. Floating organisms, if you remember, we have discussed in the kingdom this only, that is the autotrophic protistans only, the planktons. So the floating means as they will be floating on the surface of the water, the freely living organisms are planktons, that includes diatoms also. And the benthic means they are benthos, they remain at the bottom of the sea. So benthic, or you can also say benthos, which are at the bottom of the sea, right? They remain at the bottom of the water bodies, that is the marine or fresh water. Now basically they show, or they have the mucilage layer. Because of this mucilage layer, they show the gliding movement. So gliding movement is due to mucilage present on their surface. Then, since this is the example of autotrophic protistans, so they perform photosynthesis, and if the diatoms are performing photosynthesis, chloroplast must be present. If the chloroplast must be present, chlorophyll, that is the pigment responsible for photosynthesis, must be compulsorily present. So now let us see what are the various pigments which are present. So basically they have the pigments similar to the chlorophyll. So they have chloroplast and chromatophores, which are yellowish brown or greenish brown, right? Chromatophore is a substance which is providing the color for photosynthesis. Now the pigments which are present are chlorophyll A, fucoxanthin and chlorophyll C. So pigments which are present are, the pigments which are responsible for photosynthesis are chlorophyll A, chlorophyll C and fucoxanthin. This pigment is new for you. So chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C as well as fucoxanthin. Now talking about the structure, basically the cell wall is made up of two layers. and these two layers are arranged as an overlapping hangings, the two halves, the upper half as well as lower half. And how they are arranged, they are exactly similar to the soap box which we use in our this washrooms. So cell wall is basically made up of two overlapping structures, or you can say two overlapping halves, and it is resembling, or it is like a soap box. That means like this, one outer layer that is and one inner layer. Outer, that is the upper one, that is epitheca, and this one is hypothecum. So epi as well as hypothecum. Now this is what the cell wall structure. Now the composition, it is mainly silicaceous in nature. So cell wall is, or you can say cell wall is having the deposition of silica. And the important thing regarding this silica is indestructible, right? So silica is indestructible. That means the layer does not remove, or it is not removed easily, right? So what happens is, basically when this dye items die within the marine or aquatic or the freshwater habitat, the structures, the cells and the parts of the dye items pile up in the bottom of the sea, and they form something which is called as diatomaceous earth. So silica, as we know, it is indestructible. That means they do not decay easily. So after death, the silica frustules, right? After death, the frustules, that is not silica frustules, you can simply write the frustules pile up and they form diatomaceous earth, and they form diatomaceous earth, or you can also say diatomite. It is also called as diatomite. So what are diatomaceous earth? It is basically a kind of clay only, because when we remove from the dirty area, है ना, हम उसको कीचड़ बोलते हैं, right? So when we remove, it will be removed in the form of clay only. So it is in the form of clay. It is in the form of clay. And how diatomaceous earth or this diatomite is formed? It is formed by when the diatoms die within the marine or freshwater habitat. The silica layer is indestructible. That means they do not decay easily. So they pile up one on the another and they form diatomaceous earth. Right? One important thing, they are the chief producers in the water bodies. So they are chief producers in water bodies. Now what is the meaning of chief producers in water bodies? Chief producer, that means they can prepare their own food and for others also, right? So they are chief producers in the water body. That means they are able to perform photosynthesis, and it is because of the pigments, that is chlorophyll A, C as well as fucoxanthin. Right? Now the reproduction mode is sexual as well as asexual. So mode of reproduction is both sexual and asexual mode of reproduction is C, and the two layers are epitheca as well as hypotheca. Now the two walls, that is the cell wall, is the naming is done on the base of the body symmetry, that is the radial symmetry as well as bilateral, or the pinnate and centric. So let us discuss. The two walls are based on body symmetry. Two walls means the layers we are talking about, right, of the cell, the epitheca and hypotheca, that is called as pinnate and centric or centroid. So first is P-I-N-N-A-T, pinnate, and the second is centric. Pinnate includes the bilateral symmetry and centric includes radial symmetry. So pinnate includes bilateral symmetry and this includes radial symmetry. So bilateral symmetry means the body can be cut it into two equal half, and the radial symmetry is from the radius it is cut it. So example includes navicula, that is the best example of pinnate symmetry, the pinnate arrangement you can say, and for radial symmetry, that is the centric, the example includes Melosira, Melosira, right? The two walls, again I am repeating, that is the apitheca and hypotheca arrangement is done on the base of the body symmetry as pinnate and centric. Pinnate includes the bilateral symmetry and the centric includes radial symmetry. Now talking about the uses of this diatomaceous earth, right? So uses of diatomaceous earth. So uses of diatomaceous earth includes, it is used in the formation of syrups, it is acting as an absorbent. So lot of uses are there because this diatoms is made of silica and it is the strongest material, right? So the uses includes, but we will discuss a few uses as a common use, as an absorbent for liquid nitrogen to make explosive. Absorbent for liquid nitrogen to make explosives, that is the fire things, the fire objects. Okay, then filtering of liquids, it is involved in the filtering of liquids basically in the sugar factories, right? So filtering of liquids in sugar factories, and you can also say syrup production, the syrups that we are using. Then it is also used in the blast furnace, you have studied in the 10th, extraction of iron from its ore. So it is used as in blast furnace. If you remember, the bricks are made up of these diatoms only, which are used in the blast furnace. Then it is also used as insulator in the boilers. Insulator in boilers, right? Then the normal things that we are using, right? That is the silver polish and the toothpaste also contains the sufficient amount of diatoms. So they are present in toothpaste also. So this is all about diatoms. So chrysophyta includes diatoms as well as desmids. We have discussed diatoms up till now. Now the difference between diatom and desmid is only one, that is the ploidy number. Ploidy number, that means the genome, right? For diatoms it is 2n. If you remember, diploid and haploid content of the cell. So for diatoms it is 2n and for desmids it is only n. 2n is called as diploid, 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 and the n is called as haploid. So let us discuss about the desmids and complete the entire kingdom Protista here. So desmids. So basically they are haploid, that means of n type, ploidy number is n. They are unicellular green algae, they are also called unicellular green algae. So they are haploid, I am writing in the bracket as n. They are unicellular green algae like Chlamydomonas, unicellular green algae, you can take example of Chlamydomonas. Reproduction is again by sexual means, and that is because or the mode of reproduction is conjugation. And I hope you all know what is conjugation. We have discussed in the kingdom moment. So sexual reproduction is by conjugation, and the thing is, the chloroplasts are very large. So chloroplast size is very large, and both these structures, that is both these features, sexual reproduction using conjugation, chloroplasts are very large. Both these features are similar to an organism which is called as Spirogyra. So features are similar to Spirogyra, right? And they are indicators of unpolluted water. So they are indicators of unpolluted waters. Habitat is mostly aquatic, that is fresh water. So they are mostly aquatic, that is fresh water. Right? So this is all about the essence. So with this we complete the kingdom Protista, kingdom Monera also we have completed. Now we are left with only kingdom Fungi, and that we will take up later on.